What is up, everybody? How we doing?
What up, everybody?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Poor Boys. Another hangout session here. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of things going on. Just got news about some NCAA winning, so there's going to be some more talk on that later here because that's gonna determine kind of how the seedings and the picks go for Sunday. So we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of games that needed to be won in order to shuffle up those top 4 spots. So it should be an interesting.
And I'll be sending out the link again tonight for the March Madness tournament. I found a little bit better way to get there. So hopefully this will work a little bit better than yesterday's.
And if you want to be involved again, the email is in the ticker going along the bottom. It's also in our About section. Shoot us an email. Let us know you want to be a part of it, and we'll walk you through how to get set up doing it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I just got my 3D printer set up, which is something else we're going to talk about here in a little while. So I'm pretty excited to throw some prints together and do something fun for March Madness this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. So. First things first. We need to freaking start this session off right. Let's go ahead and pour our beers there, buddy.
Hey,
so we are both drinking Dos Equis tonight. So
oddly enough,
that, sir. Cheers to you on that, sir.
And cheers.
All right.
My Dos Equis is my little. It's definitely my go-to lager whenever I don't really feel like drinking something heavy. Just though,
Right.
It's better than a Bud Light, Miller Lite, Coors Light, in my opinion. So
yeah.
Said in my opinion, folks.
Cheers. Hold on, I didn't pour mine. I thought you were waiting.
Oh, right. Whoops, sorry.
No, you're good. Hey, Kathy, love you.
Hello, Miss Kathy.
She's probably mad at me again.
I don't think she would ever be mad at us. I don't know what we could ever do to make her mad at us. But then again, where there's a will, there is a way.
Yeah. I love you, Kathy. No. Go. All right. So, cheers, brother, man. Cheers. Okay.
But that still doesn't taste right after last night. Nope, no sirree. Man alive. I think I drank enough for an army yesterday.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't drink that much. I woke up with I went to bed with a headache, and I woke up not feeling so great, but it passed very quickly. So, all right. So
when I went to bed, I didn't know. All I knew is I started a stream and let it roll.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. Yes. Thanks, Kathy. Yes, I did. I'm still working on it. Anyway, I guess we could talk about that now. I mean, might as well.
Go for it.
But so yeah, I did get my 3D printer set up today. It was quite the pain in the ass. It only took me about 30 minutes to put it together, but I had to take it apart and put it back together like 3 times because I put something on the wrong direction, and then I had to go back on and flip it. And then I realized that once I put it all together, the wires that come off everything to control the motor and the battery pack and everything were all underneath and wrapped around the bottom tray, which slides back and forth while it's printing.
Ooh,
so I had to undo it all again and unwrap the wires. And at that time I pulled it apart and I'm like, okay, what else do I need to do before I put this thing back together?
Right.
So eventually I got it put together. I got the filament all running through it. I'm still trying to work on getting it connected to my computer. I have a file already prepped and ready to go for it. So as soon as I can get it connected, I'm hoping to run a print tonight. And then who knows? I'm not sure how it'll turn out. So we'll see.
Well, it's good to hear that you actually got that all set up. You didn't really have to call on too many people. You actually figured it out.
Yeah.
Pretty much
I got it. I got it all put together myself. I mean, everything. I mean, I got it all done. Only thing I was having issues with was the software part of it. So I did get some assistance on the software part of it just to make sure that I was getting it connected properly. And I downloaded Cura, which is the software that you would use, or one of the free softwares you can use for 3D printing. And I pull it up and I'm looking at it and my eyes got about this big and I'm going, it's like I was looking at something written in Chinese, man. You know what I mean? Like it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And
I'm sure there's parameters and dimensions and
it's crazy.
All kinds of stuff everywhere.
And then you've got overlap and all sorts of stuff like that. It's crazy. Yeah. So like overhang and fill and supports. And so he was walking me through on how to set it up because I'm building a figurine where it's small. So you have to put supports in on the smaller sections on the actual figurine in order for it to hold. Because if you do bigger angles, there'll be less supports. And so when you're doing smaller figures, you want more supports throughout it.
Awesome. I said, I can't wait to see the first figurine that you print, because obviously it's, the way I look at it with 3D printing, and from what I hear, you're not going to get it perfect the first try. I mean, you may, who knows, but it's probably going to take some tinkering and adjustments and settings. And, once you find that sweet spot, and, the bigger the project, I'm sure you're going to have to adjust as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like I said, the hardware part, I'm pretty savvy when it comes to like building things and putting things together and stuff like that. Like I enjoy doing it, to be honest with you. It's the software part, like I said, that I'm still struggling with, because I can use a computer, I can do basic stuff on it, I can do what I need to do for what we're doing and all that kind of shit. But when it breaks down to it, I'm not a computer guy, and I never have been. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm kind of making sure that everything's set the way it needs to be before I actually run that first print. And I guarantee you that first print is not, it may not turn out very good. It may not work. You know what I mean? It's just, it's going to be a trial and error thing where I'm playing around with the parameters a little bit, messing around with the height, the width, the supports in it. I may make something and I don't put enough supports in it. And then you've got, pieces of it that aren't holding up and falling apart and collapsing on each other. And so, who knows? Like I said, there's a lot of things that I've still got to learn, but I'm excited. First step's done, at least getting it put together.
There you go. Well, even if that first print is not what you want and you see some imperfections, keep it, because then, a few months down the road or a year down the road, I'm like, this is my first chunk of filament that you call it a chunk of filament, but then you're going to get better and better and better progressively, but you'll always have that one to look back and say, I came from here to here in a matter of, time. So,
And like I said, the more I mess with it, the more I play with it, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to get a few more rolls of filament so I can get some different colors. Currently, I have black, blue, and then I have glow in the dark blue. So I went with the blue instead of the green because it looked really dope. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go with that. So I do want to get a few other colors, white and red. So there are a few other, and then I may just stock up on some filament so that I can run some bigger projects too. So
now, what's the price point on filament? How much?
$20 a roll.
And then how big is the roll on that? You ever take? Is it like something like this? Is it like this? I just fucking.
It's this big by this big, and the film and the filament is really thin.
Okay.
So it's worth it, man. It really is. It's not that expensive at all. My whole setup was under $300 to get everything I needed to get that running.
Nice.
So, and then all of the what's up, Dustin? How we doing?
How you doing, Dustin? Good to see you, sir.
And then all the software and all the files and stuff that I've already got downloaded, because I am going to be making Han Solo's gun from Star Wars. I found a file to print that, and I'm like, okay, all right, that definitely happened and definitely have. So I downloaded that file. So the cool part is that there's there's copyrighted and there's non-copyrighted, and you can find all these free files where you can download. And it's not copywritten. So you can actually take that file, and you can also go into places you can buy, 75 files for $15. And now you own those files. You can print them, you can sell them, you can do whatever you want with them. There's no issues with copyrights.
So I have a question though about copyright. So if you were to use a file and you were to use a copywritten image, and if you print it off in your home and you don't showcase it, you don't publicly show everybody, how would one go about saying, hey, that's a copyrighted image or that's a copyrighted thing? If you print it off just for you. So
well, basically the way that it works with copyright stuff is that, like, if I want to print something Denver Broncos, I can print it all day long. As long as I don't turn around and try to sell it. If I'm just printing it for me, you're not infringing on their copyright. You're not making money off of it. You're just printing it and you're giving it to your friend or whatever. You're not making money on it. Okay.
If you intend to make money on it, that's where you would want to make sure that you either have a copyright-free design, because there are copyright-free designs out there that people put out. You can download it, build it, sell it, do whatever you want, and there's no copyright attached to it. There's a whole bunch of free websites out there that have, and that's what I'm using currently. It's just free downloads that are copyright-free. Now, I am also going to be purchasing packages of miniatures for D&D because I do play D&D. And my first print is actually going to be a D&D miniature. Well, you can buy 17 prints for $75, and now you own those. Now I could do whatever I want with them. I could then resell that
because you've paid for them. So.
That file. Yep. I can resell that file to somebody else, or I can print it and sell it. I can do whatever I want with it. So there's a lot of potential in it. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm really excited.
Heck yeah, man. I'm excited to see kind of how you, because obviously, we know some people in the community that do 3D prints, and it's cool to see what they do. And it's going to be cool to kind of see y'all collab at some point and kind of do something, unique. I have a feeling that, I'm kind of putting the idea there is that, a collab with y'all and do something that is unique to just who you're collabing with.
Right.
Maybe each one of y'all make a certain piece.
And you could even make it interesting and do a collab where one person makes a piece, mails it to the next person, the next person makes a piece, mails it to the third person, that person makes the piece, and then puts it all together.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Something crazy like that. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we could do. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I just want to start getting messing around with it so that I can start honing in all those little details that I'm gonna need to know when it comes to making these prints come out right. So
gotcha.
So I'm excited, man. This thing looks badass, man. I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty stoked about it, to be honest with you, bro.
And I did get to see it. It is pretty cool looking. So I like it. So in that 3D print, just for those who know, we'll go toward
and then
a trophy for the March Madness
winner. Yep. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a couple prints under my belt so that I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing and how to kind of fix what I need to fix on it. And then I'm basically going to put together a list of files and just put it out there, and whoever wins, you pick what file you want. I'll print it for you, and if you want, I'll mail it to you. So.
Okay, very cool.
So, yeah,
very cool. And like I said, we'll, in regards to the trophy, I'm sure we'll both have a little bit of input. I mean, you mostly, but we can kind of come up with an idea, maybe keep the same one and just, add names to it. I don't know. We'll definitely figure out something, but it'll be pretty cool, I'm sure.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude! I'm excited, man. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff I can do with this thing. I mean, I was talking with Billy, and he was telling me that you can make a doorknob. You know what I mean? You need a new doorknob, you make a doorknob. You just build one and go put it on your door. You know what I mean? It's multi-versatile. And I mean, I had even talked to him when I interviewed him about the ability to do metals and wood, and he was talking about how they have a wood filament. They've got metal filaments, and you have obviously the metal. You're talking a lot higher heat, but it's doable, man. I mean, they're already doing it. It's going to be a lot of fun to learn and expand. Like I said, once I get this rolling, who knows? I may get another one, maybe a different one that I can do wood or metal on and mess around with that. Who knows?
Well, there's a community in the DFW area. It's not too far from me, but it's a set of about 5 or 6 houses, and they're all built using 3D filament. Whether it be wood or metal or whatever, but they got a 3D printer just going along, just go.
The whole house that's pretty dope.
Yeah, the entire outside of the house is all 3D print, so it's pretty wild. Pretty cool. And like I say, it's not a whole bunch of houses. It's just a few. Now, I will say this: the insulation and how does it hold up to the weird weather here in Texas where it's extremely hot or it gets extremely cold and snow. So it'll be interesting to see granted, if they've done it with wood or metal, something like that, I'm sure it'll work pretty well. But, if you get a big windstorm or, like I said, extreme high heat, in Texas, I mean, who knows how it'll work out. But I'm sure they've already took all that in consideration before they even did this, you would think.
Right.
So, heck yeah, man! Looking forward to some 3D prints from you.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So I woke up this morning and I saw this this very long stream that said Lone Star's sleeping stream. I'm like, what did this guy do? Like, what did he do?
But it said, "Shh, I
It
was
did say,
sleeping
"Shh."
like a baby."
But you haven't gone back to watch it yet, have you?
I have not gone back to watch it. So, a little bit about that. So last night, we started off with the Poor Boys episode 1, and then throughout the night, we poured a few more, and it kind of just became a mess at some point. But I had a little 10-pack of Fireball shooters, and I think I only have like 3 of those left. So I went through quite a few of them as well. And so I ended, we're done doing what we do. And I said, you know what? I've seen all these sleep streams online. I said, why can I not try one? I'm not singing. I'm not dancing. I'm not doing anything stupid except for sleeping with, my dog was right beside me and everything. So I'm not doing anything dumb per se. But like I said, I saw people do this. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it at least once. I said, I'm going to do it once whenever I don't really care. So I did about a 6.5 hour sleep stream last night. I got comments saying I looked very comfortable and I slept like a baby, which I did. But I have no idea what the conversations were in the chat. I've popped into a few chats today saying hi, and everybody was like, dude, wait until you see what you missed yesterday. So I have no idea. I have no idea what the heck I missed. It should be interesting.
I may have to go back and poke through that a little bit.
But yeah, so I did a sleep stream for about 6.5 hours. Got a little over 300 views, which surprised the crap out of me.
Did you forget that you were streaming when you woke up in the morning?
So Mojo, and if you're lurking, thank you. Mojo called me at about 11:30 my time this morning, and he goes, "Hey, you may want to shut your stream down." And I knew I was streaming because I had my microphone on and all that. I was just hoping throughout my sleep, 1, I didn't snore, and 2, I didn't just start farting religiously. I was like, because my microphone will pick up a mouse fart. It's very sensitive. So Mojo called me. I was like, hey, you may want to end your stream. So I came over here and I shut my camera off and I ended the stream, whatever. And like I said, I haven't gone back to look at it. I don't know nothing about it. All I know is I slept pretty dadgum well. But then after I shut my stream down, I had a little bit too much. My body was rejecting all the booze that was in my system. So that part was not fun. But
yeah, no, not at all. Yeah,
I'm here.
Dustin said he seen a 3D house printer that uses a kind of thick concrete.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've seen as well. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Like I said, I mean, they're using it to. I mean, they're using biological matter to rebuild organs and tendons and ligaments and things like that.
They're building like hearts and livers and kidneys.
It's crazy what you can do with a 3D printer, man. It's insane.
I mean, imagine walking around and telling somebody, "Hey, guess what? I have a 3D printed heart, or I have a 3D printed foot, or something." I mean, I don't know, just something crazy. Lone Star, you didn't fart, but you were rubbing something under the covers. Well, again, that's.
She says she promises she won't tell.
Well, you just did.
That's a little late for that. The bomb has been dropped.
So either later on tonight or tomorrow, I'll go back. I'm not going to watch the entire thing. I'll probably fast forward because obviously it's just me sleeping and there's no action at all. But I just want to kind of see what the chat was talking about. Again, and it's funny because we were talking off air about how interesting that would be, being asleep and not knowing what the hell is going on in your chat.
Yep.
So it should be interesting. It should be interesting.
Yeah, it should be fun. I may have to go back and, like I said, poke around a little bit. I probably won't watch the whole stream, obviously, but I'll definitely go check out chat for sure.
I mean, I'm just glad that I was awoken to shut the stream down before the alcohol was being rejected, because that would have been not pretty.
Yeah, that would not have been pretty.
No. I'd rather fart on stream than puke on stream.
Right.
Because I farted on a stream before. That's nothing.
Kathy said she slept with you last night.
She did sleep with me last night. She said, while you were sleeping, I was sleeping. But yeah, so that was pretty fun. Like I said, I probably won't do it again. I did mention to a few people, hey, I'm going to remove it. And people go, dude, why would you? You have 6 hours worth of content, 6.5 hours worth of content, plus your views and your hours and all that. Because obviously, since I've been monetized, it starts all over again. So I've got to now hit 40,000 hours or I could lose my monetization. So
you have to hit 4,000?
Or 4,000 hours. I'm not 40, 4,000 hours. Yeah.
How long do they give you to get to that once you get monetized?
So whenever you're monetized, so once you hit that 4,000 hours and you're monetized, then it starts all over for the whole year again. So all the videos that I did last year, like the 24-hour live stream, all my late night streams from whenever I was unemployed and all that,
right.
When those come up each day this year, then they fall off. So then I lose those hours. So as those fall off, then I need to then put more videos on there to replace the ones that fell off. And if I don't have 40,000 hours by the time, so I got monetized in, what was it, November, I believe,
right,
of last year. So if I don't have 4,000 hours by November, then I'll lose my monetization by the day that I was monetized last year.
Until you hit 4,000 again, then you get remonetized.
Yes, as long as I do it all within a year. Yes. So I mean, more sleep streams. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, what you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Shit, you know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like you said, it's views, it's watch hours, it's why drop it off? Leave it there,
Yeah. And supposedly I've heard that people in other streams this morning, like Mojo did his cooking stream, Drito and everybody were up there and they were all talking about it. And I guess that's why Mojo called me. I was like, all right, man, it's 11:30. Wake up and turn your stream off. I was like,
right.
Do you want me to pole dance for you live? Sure.
right. Like if you're offering, wait a minute.
Oh wow! I just saw some big sports news. Holy cow! Okay.
Breaking news
just now. That's what happens when you sleep all day. You miss all this stuff.
We need a video for that.
What? Breaking news?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll wait till we start talking sports. But wow, that's a big deal. Okay.
All right.
So. I will say this, and I won't say anything else, but a Cowboys player just went to the Cleveland Browns. So that's all I'll say until we get into sports talk.
All right.
Chop.
All right.
I want that camp chef that Mojo has. Yeah, Dustin, that thing's pretty sweet.
I was going to throw out my surprise tonight, but you've had a rough day today, so we'll wait on that.
We
wait on that.
I don't think I want to double that times 2 in a day.
No.
Trust me, it's miserable once. Shame on me twice. Yeah, just no.
Yeah, no. What's up, Axe Nacho? How we doing? How we doing, Axe?
Right. Yeah. So you want to kind of just get into some just random, sports here and there, and then we can kind of break into the March Madness because there's a bunch of March Madness we can really cover. But we covered a little bit of sports yesterday, but there's a little bit going on. Like I said, breaking news that I just saw. So
all right, well, yeah, if you want to pull up and share screen, we can pull that up and look at it real quick.
Well, it was just on the TV. Well, it was just on the TV. So Amari Cooper was a Cowboy. We got him from the Raiders last year for a bunch of number 1 first round picks and all that. So Cowboys just traded Amari Cooper off to the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
So Amari Cooper is no longer
that should be interesting because, like I said, the Browns have a decent team, man. Like I said, you get some good guys over there, and you'll be surprised what could happen next year. And watch out for the Lions next year. They had a rough year this year. But if you go back and watch their games, there was a lot of games that they lost by like 2 points. You know what I mean? 3 points. You know what I mean? Like there was.
And Jared Goff's not a bad quarterback. He's not. I mean, he did well in LA. It's just I think that LA really spent a lot of money when they got Stafford to build up that team just for a Super Bowl. But Jared Goff has been there before as well, so he's not a bad quarterback. I mean, like you said, they lost a few games by like 2 or 3 or a field goal.
Yeah, I think they won like 1 game or something the whole year or something like that. 2 games, but I mean, if you go back and look at it, the games that they lost, they were not blowouts. Okay, they did not get blown out. They did not get worked over. I think there was maybe 1 game or 2 games that they were by a touchdown or something, but they weren't getting destroyed. You know what I mean? They just needed a little bit of help here and a little bit of help there. So I mean, if they can learn from their mistakes from previous year, I mean, I expect them to at least finish 10-7, at least finish 10-7.
True, and like I said, with the Browns, kind of going back to the Browns, obviously they lost, Odell Beckham. They traded him, they got rid of him and sent him off to LA where he got his Super Bowl. So I'm guessing Amari Cooper is going to fill that void where where Odell Beckham was. But you have to think as well, Amari Cooper is, as a Cowboy, even as a Raider, toward the end of his tenure in the Raiders organization, he was injury prone. He wasn't doing, he wasn't getting a lot of action with the Cowboys. Yes, they utilized him. He was good, but again, he's getting older, and the injuries kept piling up and all that. So, for the Browns, I mean, yes, he's a damn good wide receiver, but just his health and his ability to do what he used to do with the Raiders, And I'm a Browns fan too. I'm a Cowboys fan, NFC, Browns fan, AFC. So I am a Browns fan. So to see him go from the Cowboys to the Browns, my 2 teams, it's I don't mind.
Right, and like I said, they need to pull their heads out their ass because they had a lot of games this year that they could have won. You know what I mean? And I kept saying to people that you give a team the first round draft pick. They're last in the division. They're last in the league for, number of years because they're rebuilding. Obviously, they weren't a team for a while. You know what I mean? So you give them that many first-round draft picks, and eventually you're going to put together a team. You know what I mean? Whether it's, your offensive line, your defensive backs, your tight ends, whatever, however you're feeling. It may not be a franchise quarterback. It may not be a franchise running back, or an all-star wide receiver. But you put enough good players on a team. They don't have to be great. You put enough good players on a team, and then bring in a few players that can kind of bring their level up a little bit. Mm-hmm. That's kind of where it gets into the interesting part of football, is because you can have a team that you've got some good players and you've got 2 really good players, and those 2 really good players push the other players to be better, and those teams end up being contenders every year. So
yeah, I mean, and it's kind of like in any sports organization, either once you were good and you had to get rid of everybody due to salary cap or, due to injuries or age or whatever the case may be, you're going to get rid of those players like the Detroit. They get the number 1, or I think Jacksonville got the number 1 pick this upcoming year. But you have to think with Jacksonville, they've been bad for so long. At some point, they're going to have a lot of those first-round draft picks, whether it be a trade or just being bad, and they're going to build up a good team. Granted, they had a good coach, and he went off and filled around with some little 20-year-old, and he's no longer there. But, they got Trevor Lawrence last year. He had a decent season. But you have to think, if you're bad enough for so long, you're going to get those draft picks, and you're going to build up a team. That's just the way it is. Now, I say that, but you also have to look at the standpoint of ownership. Do they scout and recruit and make the best picks that you think are good? Because I know with the Cowboys, we've gone out and traded some people for a number 1 pick, and that person was a bust. So you really have to trust management, with, being any type of fan of sports, trust management to hope that they do the right job and the right research to pick the right player.
Yeah, see, and that's Denver. Like I said, we've gone through since Manning, I think it's like 14 quarterbacks or some crazy number like that. I mean, and a bunch of those were guys that we pulled out of the draft. Mm-hmm. And, some of them were first rounders, some of them were second rounders, whatever, whatever it may be. None of them worked out. And so that's kind of where I've had this conversation. I think it was with you before about, yes, you are going and you are getting some of the best college players that are coming out of college that are wanting to go pro. Okay. That's what you're getting. But you're getting a college player. Okay. True. You're not getting a professional player. You're getting a college player. And there is a huge difference between playing college ball and playing in the pros. And a lot of the guys going from college to the pros can't make it. They just can't do it. They're great in college and they get to the pros and they can't compete because the pros are such a higher level and a higher standard than college is, that a lot of the guys, they play for 1 year and they're done, or they have a 2-year contract, they play out their contract and you never hear from them again.
Well, you have to think college, and I don't mean this by any disrespect, but in college, you're boys. In the NFL, you're men. Right. So like you said, a lot of people can dominate the college because you're playing against a bunch of teams that are not the caliber level of your college team. But once you go to the pros, they're all the same caliber. Some are just higher than others, but it's a completely different game. I mean, the speed's different, the hitting's different. Everything is freaking crazy.
Right. It is. And like I said, it's not for every college player. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. There's a lot of guys, like I said, that don't even make it. They come in, they play, and some guys don't even get on the field. They come as a walk-on or something, and they end up in a practice squad, on the practice squad for, 2 years or whatever, and never actually see time in a game. So
true. Up, Chadeo.
Oh, what's up, Chatty? How we doing, buddy?
But yeah, so yeah, and like I say, for those, I don't know if Chadeo saw this, but Amari Cooper went to the Brownies, so that'll be interesting to see how they utilize him. Granted, the hell's that damn quarterback in the Browns organization? OU guy. Can't think of what the hell his name is, but yeah.
I can't think who it is either.
God, mine just went blank as always. But yeah, so that'll be interesting to see. Amari Cooper. Like I said, this will be his third team, so we'll see what happens.
Right. Yeah, who knows? Like I said, some people you just need to find the team that you're meant to be on. Find the offense, the right offense, or the right quarterback, or the right. It could be anything that makes it click. You know what I mean? You could
Dustin Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. That's right. But like I said, you could make choices, and do it based on that fact alone. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next year. There's a lot of good teams. There's a lot of teams that are rebuilding. A lot of teams that have some good young quarterbacks that are just dominating the league, man. They are. You've got all these, these veteran quarterbacks that are still in the league, still, playing hard, pushing hard, putting up big numbers. But these young bucks coming up behind them, man, watch out. Because there's some of them that are already breaking records and already doing stuff that, a lot of these veteran quarterbacks couldn't have dreamed about doing in that early in their career. You know what I mean? Like there's some of these guys, like, you look at John Elway, you look at, even Dan Marino, who never won a Super Bowl ring, but they broke records. They set records. They were amazing players. You know what I mean? John Elway was with the same team his entire career. And he went, I think it was like the first 10 or something, 12 seasons without a Super Bowl. We got to the playoffs and whatever, and then won back-to-back. You know what I mean? So you got to bide your time, man. You got to just stick it out and do what you need to do. A lot of these players in the league right now, I've actually seen guys taking pay cuts so that their team can pay some of these other guys salary and extend the salary cap so that they can get some other players to build around them. I know we talked about this last episode, but it is what it is. If the big guys, yeah, sure, you're the highest paid quarterback on the team. Great, good for you. But you got third-rate wide receivers because your management can't afford to go get you a good wide receiver because they're paying you so much money. So then you suck it up, be humble, cut your pay, and allow them to go then spend the money to get you some targets, to get you some people that are going to make plays. Because a quarterback can win you a Super Bowl, but here's the problem. You got a quarterback and no wide receivers. You have a quarterback. That's it. And that's all you got.
You have a badass quarterback who can throw the ball, but whether
whether they're going to catch it or whether they're going to be near it. I mean, come on. I mean, and that's what they got to think, and that's why I kind of respect a lot of these guys that are doing this. I know I was talking to Tim. He was actually going to be up here with us tonight, but his wife just had surgery, so he's dealing with family stuff tonight. So we keep him in our prayers and make sure that he's doing all good and everything. But I believe she's home now, so we'll kind of see what happens. So I know they got a lot going on, so he was going to be here, but he was saying something too about in Arizona, because he's a huge Cardinals fan. He's also a Cowboys fan as well, because growing up, Arizona didn't have a team. It was the Cowboys they rooted for in the Phoenix area until the Arizona Cardinals was established. But he was talking about some Cardinals players doing the same thing, taking pay cuts, cutting out, money out of their contract and saying, hey, look, cut my contract by, $200,000, and you take that money and put it towards, getting, another tight end, or getting being able to pay the guys or get some decent players there with them to build a team. It's not all about, paying 2 or 3 guys millions and millions of dollars and nobody around them to help them. I think that's kind of pointless. Yeah. So I applaud the pros that are willing to, be humble and take the pay cut. You're already making millions, man. Come on. I mean, I think the lowest paid person in the NFL is a kicker, and I think he still makes like almost $400,000 a year. I mean, he still makes just shy of $500,000 a year. Come on, man. And you're a kicker. And I think he's a backup kicker. I think he sits on the bench. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't really play. You know what I mean? Like, he's on the team. He gets paid. But, I mean, he's still making more money than I'd ever see in a year. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So it's like, that's why I respect these guys for doing that and being humble enough to say, hey, look, I feel I'm worth this money, but it's also worth more to me to win a title than it is to have the money. You know what I mean? Like, the sport and the game mean more to me than the money does.
True. And and all these players want to get, last week, Aaron Rodgers signed a 4-year deal, $200 million or something like that for 4 years. I mean, ridiculous.
He's hurt next year.
I mean, he's the highest paid quarterback, or he's the highest paid player in the league. And that's what he wanted. And they just dropped a franchise tag on Devontae Adams. So he'll have him back again. But the good thing with the Cowboys is Dirt Nowitzki. I mean, I know it's 2 different sports. I know it is. So Dirt Nowitzki he played for the Mavericks for 21 years. He took pay cut after pay cut after pay cut. He had his hand in some of the draft picks and all that with getting Luka and all that. And I think he because Dak and Martin just restructured their contract, because obviously the Cowboys are well over the salary cap. So they're having to get rid of people. Again, that's why they got rid of Amari Cooper, because, of his contract. But I think Dirt Nowitzki had a big push in Dallas about restructuring contracts and keeping a team together and trying not to, explode it and have them go all over the place and all that. But I think, when you stay with the team for 21 years and you've restructured your contract and not taking a pay cut, we call it here in the Dallas the Dirk effect. So.
Okay. All right. We are, Dustin, we are both drinking Dos Equis this evening. It just worked out that way. Yeah. I needed something a little bit different. I drank Fireball last night, and that hurt
bad. Yeah. Same here.
Yeah. I drank the last third of my half gallon last night. It's finally gone. That thing. Yeah. I don't know if I'll buy another one of those again, man, because I start drinking it, and then I look at it, and I'm like, "Fuck! I'm already halfway through this thing, man! Like, it's only 10:30. Like, what the hell?" Yeah.
I woke up this morning and I had like I had little packs of them. I had little Fireball bottles all over the damn place. I'm like, good Lord.
Right.
But it was a 10-pack. And like I said,
I'm going to take that as a compliment, Dustin. I'm going to take that as a compliment, buddy.
Well, I appreciate that, King Poopa.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. No, I actually can't wait. In June, me and Nikki are actually flying out to Ohio to go see King Poopa and his wife. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice. I'm sure there'll be other YouTubers out there. Or is it just going to be you two?
It's going to be it's a members only for wide family. So
okay.
yeah, so there will be others. I'm not sure exactly. Hoping to have some shine when you get here, Jay. Oh yeah, buddy.
Oh boy.
I'm all about that because I'm probably bringing my laptop, so I'm probably going to be doing at least one live stream from my channel while I'm there because I have to because I just can't not do it. I just can't not, But yeah, that'd be some. You're talking like some true shine there, Dustin.
Some white lightning or what you talking about?
Fuck, dude.
White lightning will put some hair on your chest. Ohio will be closed at that time. Sorry.
Thanks, Kathy. Thanks for giving me the heads up. I appreciate it.
But and I'm looking forward to seeing those videos and those live streams because I know that Dustin and why did I just draw a blank? Dustin and Courtney, I'm sure they'll be doing a bunch of live streams, and people who are there will be doing live streams from their own channels. And I follow a bunch of the homesteading people as well that go over. It's gonna be fun. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. It was like Courtney was talking to Nikki, and she said something about, so you and Jay are both coming, and Jay's come with you, and I'm like, she was like, yep. She goes, I gotta get alcohol.
A lot of it.
That's the first thing she said. I'm like, damn, man, really? I'm like, all right. Well, at least it is what it is. But yeah, it was just funny. So, but yeah,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I was just saying
topic.
One of my good friends growing up. He was a good friend. His mom's boyfriend at the time used to make it was like 160 proof or something hot wine, 190 proof, some stupid, bro, stupid, and it was all homemade, all in his own, his own things at home, dude. And I was a young dumb kid. Okay, I was just 18. All right, we went to his house. It was me and my buddy, and we were sitting there, and he had a motorhome out on the front of his property. So we're sitting in the motorhome, and he brings out these little tiny little sake glasses, not even a real shot glass, like a sake glass shot full of this stuff. And he goes, "Here you go. You guys got to try this." And I looked at him, and I'm like, "Can I get a glass?" I'm like, what the fuck is this little baby thing you're handing me? Can I get a glass? And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, give me a glass. So he brought me about a rocks glass, and it was about 3/4 full. And he goes, I'd sip. And by the time he said I'd sip that, I'd already downed the entire rocks glass of this hot wine. Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now.
But you had your dick in the dirt.
Like a ton of bricks, bro. I'm sitting there. Everything was good for like 5 minutes. I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, that was tasty. It tasted delicious, bro. It literally tasted like a hot, like cider. And yeah, that was a bad day.
Yeah, I've yet to have some like good local shine. You can get the old smoky and the manufactured stuff, obviously, but having it, from a fresh still, or you can even do it on your damn stovetop nowadays if you really want to be. That's
awesome. Yeah, homemade, with it, really, really local, if you know what I mean. Okay, all right. I like it. But yeah, like I said, you can. I mean, I can go to the freaking liquor store right now and buy moonshine. Okay, and it's not moonshine. All right. I mean, it tastes good. It looks pretty, but it's not.
It's all manufactured and it's all cut down to standards and all that. Whereas you get some local shine. I mean, all they do is they'll turn upside down, see the bubbles, like, okay, yep, it's good, and they'll move on. But so you're doing that in June, and then
you're coming out
back, and then turn right back around in July. I will be flying up to the Northwest, and hanging out with Jay and Nikki, Mojo, his wifey, and possibly, hopefully, crossing fingers, Cheddar and Dammit Jenna.
Cheddar and Dammit Jenna, and cross your fingers. Peppers in Kentucky Living may
Peppers.
He may try to make an appearance. I'm really hoping he comes. That's going to be a lot of fun. So, and then I've got a couple other people that are going to be coming here. What's going to be, like I said, we're going to have a bunch of people here. I'm making my special jungle juice. So you're going to get introduced to my jungle juice, and I'm telling you, after about 2 glasses, you'll be good.
I'll probably forget my name somewhere.
Well, a third of the ingredient in my jungle juice is Everclear. So
that always packs a punch.
Oh yeah, it does. But I'm telling you what, it tastes so good, and that's the problem. It tastes sweet. It tastes like juice, and you start drinking it, you're like, fuck yeah, I can drink this all day. You get 3-4 glasses in. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You're sleeping in the grass. No.
Nope. But yeah, so we're touting this the Poor Boys 4th of Palooza. So that'll be fun. We'll be doing a bunch of live streams from my channel, from the Poor Boys channel, from King Blitz. I just looked at the chat. Pigskin Blitz. King Blitz. My God. But yeah, we're gonna be doing fireworks. We're gonna be drinking. We'll probably be grilling. So I'm sure if Mojo comes down, I'm sure he'll be. He may bring his trailer. We'll just be doing all kinds of stuff. I think he's
bringing his trailer, and him and his wife are gonna sleep here at least that night. At least, you know what I mean. He's probably gonna come out. He might come out the day before, and spend the night the day before, and then hang out for the 4th, and then go home the morning after the 4th. I told him, I'm like, I don't know if you're gonna want to do that because I guarantee you're gonna be really, really hungover the next day. He doesn't drink a lot, so he's gonna have 1 glass and he'll be good.
Yeah, so the 4th is on a Monday this year, and then my birthday is that Wednesday. So, I plan on being up there quite a while. Yeah, I plan on being there. I mean, granted, until they get sick of me, then I'll just go get a hotel room somewhere. But I
ain't gonna get sick of you, bro. Trust me, you're gonna get sick of me because I'm gonna play pranks on you while you're here, bro. Just watch out.
King Poopa. Yes, it was definitely a very rough one. Plus, I get whenever sometimes I say something without thinking about it first, and that's my issue. I'm like, I'll bring up something and I'll completely forget what the main part of what I was saying. I do it every damn time.
Yeah,
it'll definitely be fun. I plan on going out like on a Friday and staying as long as I possibly can. Because I will have the whole week off that for my birthday. So
yeah. Like I said, you're welcome here as long as you want, bro, for sure. So, like I said, it's going to be fun. So, Poor Boys 4th of Palooza is happening. It's going to be badass. So, stay tuned for that because we will be doing a 8+ hour stream that day. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
We're going to start sometime in the afternoon. That is actually going to be a no panel stream, I believe, because we're going to have we might have a couple people up randomly throughout it, but I think we're going to have like 4 or 5 cameras set up. So there was already going to be about 5 slots taken. So we may have a few people pop up with us and hang out for a little bit. But we'll kind of see how the day goes. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Like I said, I have a webcam, and I'll probably get another webcam possibly. Like I said, there's going to be cameras galore everywhere. So it'll be fun. Wait a minute, Lone Star, you're getting a room? I might have to rethink me coming with you. No sleeping streams that night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to, like I said, I've never been to the Pacific North. And, I always say Pacific Northwest just because it's that whole northern region. So it's what it's technically called. I don't want to give away your location exactly. So,
well, the Pacific Northwest is technically Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. Parts of Idaho. That's what's considered the Pacific Northwest, is those 3 states, basically. Yeah. So, but
I've always wanted to go there. I may fall in love with that area because, one big thing I said I wanted to do was possibly take a ferry over to Seattle go throw some fish, go catch some fish. I've seen it done. I've seen a lot of my friends go up there. It looks so beautiful, so clean.
Yeah, if you go to the market and buy a fish, you actually get to be the one to catch it too. They'll toss it to you, and you get to catch your own fish. And yeah, it's pretty dope, dude. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, like I said, I definitely want to go to the marketplace. I have a friend that went there for my previous job, and she took a bunch of pictures because she was there for a few days. I was like, I want to go. Now, plus, I've always wanted to go up there as well because I've always wanted to go to a Seattle Seahawks football game because obviously it's the loudest outdoor stadium in the NFL, and I wanted to just see that atmosphere. So I may have to come back for football season just so I can go to a Seahawks game.
I'm down with that. Matter of fact, the Broncos actually play the Seahawks this year in the regular season, I believe. So I'm actually going to be getting tickets to that game. So if you, I got to figure out when that game is, but we could figure it out, dude. And if you wanted to go to that game with me, that'd be dope. But I'm gonna put you in Bronco gear that day, though, bro.
Can't do it. I'm gonna look to see if the Cowboys play the Seahawks first. But what up, Bashful? How you doing, lovely? Did I get rich last night? I can't deny or confirm. I can't deny or say yes. I have no idea what the hell happened last night. All I know is I fell asleep. I got a donation from Kathy Bates, and everything after that, I slept through it. So I don't know what happened. But it was interesting to say the least. I we talked about this just a little while ago, but I popped into a few streams today, and people were like, "Hey, how'd you sleep last night?" So I mean, people saw it. And I don't even know what my background was. I don't even know if it was a Batman background. I have no idea what the hell my background even was. All I know is I started a stream, I turned my camera around, and slept. So
yep, it is what it is, man. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
And I think a lot of people slept with me as well. I feel like a whore, but you know what? I mean, people were probably sleeping the same time I was. So I know Kathy was. But yeah, I said I probably won't do it again, just unless I need some watch hours. Then I'll say, you know what? The fact that I'm not singing, dancing, doing anything stupid, all I'm doing is sleeping. I mean, if you want to cut a video of me sleeping, so be it. I'm not
right ahead. Right.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that. But you know. If I need some hours, I may do it again. But for now, like I said, I just saw people do it on YouTube. I've seen multiple people do it. And I was like, you know what? Why can't I do it just once, just for shits and grins? So the only background was my backside. Like I said, I'm just very thankful that I didn't fart all night last night because I had a bunch of beer in my gut and my stomach was full. And I was like, just please don't do that. But for all the people who stopped by, thank you. I've got to go back and rewatch the stream because I have no idea who was in the stream, what was being said. If you are making fun of me loud, I don't know. Who knows? Sleep in a banana hammock. Think of the money you'd make. Well, I may have to think about that, Dustin.
No, don't do it. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you that heartache right now, bro.
Trust me, if I did that, there would be videos galore, clips.
There'd be clips. If you went for 6 hours, bro, that's 6 hours of prime video clippage time, bro. Like that's, I mean, come on. You're going to have different freaking pieces of your ass clipped from that 6 hours and just plastered on YouTube, bro. And you know it.
Yeah, Nikki, I do too. I've got to go back and watch it too. Like I said, I don't know the conversations that were being made. I have no idea. So, but I did, for the cuteness factor of what that's what you want to call it. I did put my dog on the bed with me and he was all cuddled up with me and all that. So that was, because some of the comments on the, that I got and messages saying, hey, you looked comfortable. It was good to have the dog up there the entire time. So,
right.
That was cool.
Hell yeah.
Although he was snoring, I'm sure my microphone picked that part up, but don't mistake that for me. Definitely not me.
Yeah, right. He's like, it wasn't, I promise. Birthday soup, non-star. What a fun video. We'll have them make. Yeah, no. Yep.
I've already been in a bathtub, but I did have shorts on. But I've already been in a bathtub, and that's probably about as far nakedness But then again, whenever I get up there, if I start drinking too much jungle juice, you never. We're going streaking. So, but who knows?
Yeah, shit gets crazy, bro. It gets crazy, especially out here in the middle of nowhere. You don't have to worry about shit.
That's why be loud as you want and crazy as you want.
Yeah, my neighbors don't give two fucks. That one up there, they don't care. They're so far away, they don't care. The ones over here, they put up with us. So it is.
Blame the dog for snoring. Hey, I just did, Kathy Bates. Didn't you hear that? I did. And also last night, I don't know if y'all have seen it, but I was feeding my dog and I was recording it. I don't know why I was recording it.
Yeah.
And so I'm chopping up his food in his bowl because I give him wet food because of his condition. So I chop up, it's wet food that comes like in a tube. So I got to chop up in bite-sized pieces.
Right.
I was chopping it up while I was recording, and the whole entire, because obviously I had a few to drink, the whole bowl just fell out of my hand and it just dumped over. And so I did a couple different shorts. If you go to my page, you'll see, I think I did like 3 of them last night. So I did one while I was cutting up his food, and when the bowl dumped over, then I got one of him eating the food off the floor, which I felt terrible about. But I woke up this morning and the entire floor was spotless. So obviously he ate every bit of it. But they're kind of funny though. I did go back and watch those, and bull was I'm mumbling.
Right. Oh, dude, it's like I said, that was fun.
I'll be sleeping with the goats. Is that what they call goat yoga?
Goat yoga, yeah, right. Oh man,
that's funny. But yeah, it'll be fun. Like I said, your trip will be fun to watch because I'm sure there'll be streams galore, and then the 4th, that'll be a fun stream because there'll be streams galore as well. So
yes, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So, and like I said, we got good food and we get to blow shit up. 4th of July is my holiday. I tell my wife every year, I'm like, don't give me anything for Christmas, don't give me anything for my birthday. I was like, just let me spend all that money on fireworks. That's all I want.
And that's how I am for July as well. Like for a couple different jobs, I've actually taken the whole month off because it is my birthday month.
Yeah.
I've taken a whole month off, but I'm new to this job, so taking a week off is going to be pushing it. But
yeah,
they've already said okay with it.
They've already okayed it.
Yeah, I've just got to request the time off because I work with one other person that does the same thing I do, and I said, hey, do you have any vacation plan for the 4th? And she's like, no. And I said, well, would you mind if I took a whole week off? She goes, it's going to suck, but she goes, I can't say no if you have the time. So,
there you go.
So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, dude, that's going to be, I'm so stoked, bro. That's going to be so much fun, bro. You have no idea, dude. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Absolutely fun. And I'm thinking if it's hot enough, we're going to build a slip and slide because my front yard is like a hill. And so we're going to go get some plastic Visqueen and some soap and some hoses, and we're going to make a slip and slide. It's going to be fun, bro.
Man, I'm sure the kids will love that too. Not just us, but I'm sure the kids will love it.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, Dustin, have a good night, sir.
Yeah, have a good night, buddy.
So for Amari Cooper, the Cowboys get the 5th and 6th round picks from Cleveland. So obviously he's not even worth that much. We're getting a 5th and a 6th round pick. That's nothing.
Right.
So, like I said, Amari Cooper's, he's
his
declining.
contract isn't that high.
Well, he's one of the highest paid players on our team because when we got him from the Raiders, we gave the Raiders back a couple number ones and some money. Then we re-signed him for a couple years for a big contract, and obviously he just wasn't worth what we paid him. So,
right.
And plus, it helps, if we're trading him, then obviously we don't have that contract looming over that Cowboys had. So,
yeah.
You don't have Jay dancing on our coffee bar in the 4th of July pick. Nope. Dancing coyote style. Ugly. Oh, that'll be crazy. That will be crazy.
It's going to be fun, bro. It's going to be fun.
Well, let's talk about the big deal. King Poopa, I'm not sure if you're into basketball, but before you leave, we are going to talk about March Madness. We do have a March Madness bracket. I can drop the link in the chat that will get you there. But we'll kind of talk about the games today and all this. But I'm going to go ahead and drop this link. Just I know Dustin's leaving, and if you want to be a part of it. I can't drop the link. It's too long for YouTube. Son of a gun. Hold on. I'll just drop the other one.
Yeah. Hey, Dustin, if you're still there, our email is in the ticker. It's also in our About section. Send us an email if you want to be a part of the bracket. It's free. We're not charging any money. We're just doing it for fun. So if you want to be a part of the bracket, just shoot us an email. We'll get you set up, get you all the information for it. So it's going to be fun. So whoever ends up winning, I'm going to print something on my 3D printer and send it to them. So it's going to be cool.
And hold on. I'm about to drop the link to the. Come on, folks. Oh, come on, Internet. Okay. So this is the link to it. And then once you get to that page, our group, so you can search for group, and it is the four Boyz. So you just B-O-Y-Z. So you go to that link and you just search. I still can't spell that, but you just search for a group and type in the Poor Boys, and it'll take you right there. You can change your name. You can do all kinds of stuff on there. And then if you need a password, either send us a message on social media or an email, and we'll get you the password to get into it.
Yep. It's going to be fun. So brackets come out either Sunday night or Monday, depending on if they get the choices all done Sunday night.
Yeah, so they'll get everything will be done Sunday night. So they're doing the men's at 6:30 Eastern. So it'll be 5 o'clock Central and 3 o'clock West Coast. And then after the men are picked, they're also doing the women's picks as well. So they're doing the men and the women's on Sunday night. So late Sunday night, you'll know who's all in the brackets, what their ranking is, all that. And then, we may do a short or just a short, quick video on Monday, just depending on kind of what's going on, saying, hey, the brackets are there last minute, because the playing games start Tuesday and Wednesday, and then the main tournament starts on Thursday. So we want to make sure that everybody who wants to get in is in by Monday. So that way you can put your brackets together and be ready for Tuesday's games.
Yep. Right. But we're not counting the playing games this year, are we? Because I thought we said we weren't going to count the playing games because we started so close to the bracket. Maybe not. I mean, we can count them if you want. That's fine.
I mean, we definitely don't have to. We can just do the 64. I'm not opposed to just do it because yes, we did kind of start it a little bit late, and just to give enough people heads up, that's a couple extra. That's about a day and a half extra early that we could, get people to sign up. So.
Give people more time, exactly, because that would mean Thursday. So Thursday the 17th is when the first round starts. Hey, Kitty, what's up? So the 15th and 16th, Tuesday and Wednesday is the playing games. Mm-hmm. So we're not counting those when it comes to the overall score. If everybody, how about we do this? If everybody that puts a bracket in by Monday, if nobody puts a bracket in after Monday, and we don't have any more, then we'll just use the playing game as a tiebreaker or something like that. You know what I mean?
With the tiebreaker is automatically going to be on the bracket. It'll have you pick the score of the last game. So if there is a tiebreaker, the closest to that score, if that's the right teams and all that, that will be the tiebreaker. That'll automatically be on the bracket through this website.
Okay.
So there's already a tiebreaker on there.
So, but does it give you the option to not include the playing games, or or do we just subtract those points from the overall?
I don't know. What we can do is kind of look at it off air and kind of see what's going on. Because I haven't really played with the game settings. I could mess with them. Games. Let me see.
And we will be doing fantasy football as well next year.
Yes.
So.
And there's and for this game, like I'm the admin on it. I'm going to add you as well, but there's nothing in here that says, take those 2 games out. So, I mean, we can use them, or we can say, hey, we can not use them. And,
we can not make it count against people, basically.
Yeah. Like whenever the brackets come out, and we can just do the normal 64, and, we can just omit those 2 games. So if someone says, okay, we won, we'll just omit those games. They'll just be kind of just for
and just pick from the 64 and not the first 2 games.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll see kind of how it goes out. Plays out. If we get people and don't have a whole lot more trying to get in, we'll use it. But if people are still trying to get in up until Tuesday or Wednesday, then we obviously won't use them. So.
Right. Cool.
Because it'll all depend on how you fill your bracket out. So if you fill it out on Monday, those games will be on there. If you don't fill out a bracket until Wednesday, though Wednesday night, those games will already be over or in progress, and they won't even be on. You won't even be able to get to choose them. So it's depending on when you do your bracket, I think, from what I remember.
Right. Well, see, and that's the thing too, though, is the nice. I think. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, we can always. Have you already done yours? Well, you can't. Obviously, it hasn't come out yet. Well, we can always tell people to wait, because you can fill your bracket out. Dude, you can fill your bracket out with like a week left on certain websites. You know what I mean? Like you can do those. Do it that way. So what we can do is we can have everybody fill it out by Wednesday at the latest.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as
right now
submitted by Wednesday.
Because right now there's a thing on here where you can actually fill out a bracket with the teams that they know are already going to be in there, and then after the selection show on Sunday, the other teams will all be there, and then you can go through and edit it. So you can technically fill out a bracket now with like the Gonzagas, the Kentuckys, the Arizonas, and all that. But when the selection comes out, then you can go through and edit it and move stuff around based on
right. Well, and that's the thing too, though, is that there's still some games that could decide the top 4 spots tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Arizona just beat, was it UCLA?
Yes, Arizona beat UCLA for the Pac-12 championship. So Arizona's
that makes a big difference, bro. That makes a big difference. So let me see if I can. I have a website that I go to pull all this stuff up. Let me see if I can find it real quick, man. Hold on.
Let's see here. I'm going to share the games going on, or the games that are happening. Radio silence. And I got you, Kathy Bates. We will get you figured out. Scores. So I'll show the scores, and then Jay will probably talk about the bubbles and where people will possibly go and all that good stuff. If they'll be a part of it or not, but I'll at least show the scores. Like I said, that link that I posted, again, if you just go to that link and search for a group and just put in the Poor Boys, you'll find it. Once you're there, like I said, either send us an email or send us a message on social media letting us know you're there, and we'll get you the password and all that good stuff. Again, it is free. We're not charging anybody. It is free, and then the winner will get a 3D printed trophy by Jay.
Yes, that's gonna be fun. I still gotta get that shit figured out. Right. Okay, I'm trying to find. Hold on.
And I will say that my SMU ponies got beat by the Memphis. Got beat by Memphis. The Anthony Hardaway led Memphis. I think it's the Wildcats, something like that. But SMU lost, and they're saying that with that loss, SMU could be bumped out of the big tournament. They'll probably go to the the other tournament that they hold in New York, but they won't be part of the NCAA tournament.
Right.
Because I forget the tournament that they hold in New York. I forgot the name of it. So I'll kind of go over some of the scores, and then once you get that website, so these are all scores from tonight. I don't think any of them are in progress right now. I think they were all final from today because it is almost midnight, so it's all over. So again, like we just said, Arizona beat number 13 UCLA 84-76. So Arizona is the Pac-12 champions. Tennessee beat Kentucky, which that's a surprise. Kentucky's been kind of on us. The record is 26-7, but Kentucky, you're used to the John Calipari led Wildcats and being dominant with these young kids coming out of high school and all that. And just this year, they're good, but they're not great like they always have been.
Yep.
The Big 12 championship came down between Kansas and Texas Tech, and Kansas took the Big 12. So obviously Kansas will be in the show. I have a feeling Texas Tech will be as well based on record, but I have a feeling both teams will be in there. And again, with Tennessee and Kentucky, I think Kentucky will still be in the tournament. So,
right. Oh yeah, they'll still be there for sure.
Yeah.
They're definitely not out.
And the ACC tournament, Virginia Tech beat Duke, which again, surprise, surprise. Duke will probably still be in the tournament, but at the last two games, Duke got beat by North Carolina for Coach K's last game at Duke, and then they just got beat by Virginia Tech for a championship game. So, but I'm sure Duke will still be in the tournament. Let's see, the Big East tournament. You had Villanova over Creighton. I don't think Creighton will be in there unless some type of miracle, but Villanova will definitely be in there, obviously.
Right.
The Big Ten, you had Purdue over Michigan State. I think both of those teams will still be in the show.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that's going to be an issue.
22-12 for Michigan State. I think they'll both be in there.
Yeah.
Then the SEC tournament, which was a surprise, you have A&M upsetting Arkansas. I didn't see that coming at all, but a lot of people have been sleeping on A&M. So that happened today.
Yep.
You have Houston over Tulane. I don't think Tulane will be in there. They have a losing record, so 14-15. So Houston will be definitely in there, but I don't think Tulane will make it. And then the last game, this was early today, you had Iowa upsetting the Indiana Hoosiers 80-77. So I still think Indiana will be in there, and I think I definitely know Iowa will be there because they did win that tournament. So
yeah.
So there's just a couple teams on this list that won't be in there. There are some games tomorrow, I believe. Let me just double check.
Yeah, I think there's at least one game that could decide.
Yeah, so you have A&M versus Tennessee tomorrow. That's the SEC. Then you have Memphis at Houston. That is the AAC tournament or the championship. And you have Iowa at Purdue tomorrow.
Yep.
So yeah, tomorrow will be the last day for tournament games. And then they did this because the last game of the day is at 2:30. So that way all of the tournaments are done before they do the selection show tomorrow.
Right.
So that's kind of how that goes.
Yeah, it looks like some of the brackets are kind of already set. There's a few of them that are, as far as the predictions goes, because this was updated recently. Let me see when this was updated. Yeah, it was updated tomorrow at
It's updated tomorrow. What?
Well, no. It was updated at 12:27 a.m. on the 13th, which means that's very, very, very recently because it's 9:50 here. I'm on the West Coast, so it means it's probably on the East Coast that it was updated. So this is very recent. Probably after all the games tonight, it was all updated. So basically, you got a bunch of teams on the bubble right now. So last four in, you're looking at Notre Dame, Michigan, Wyoming, Texas A&M. The first four out are SMU, Xavier, Oklahoma, Wake Forest.
Yeah, I figured SMU was going to be out because they lost to Memphis today.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. But last four buys: Miami, Iowa State, Rutgers, and Indiana. And then next four out after the first four out would be Dayton, BYU, St. Louis, and VCU. So those are the outs right now. As it stands right now, there are still the play-in games. But the West, you're looking at Gonzaga number 1, Purdue 2, Texas Tech 3, Arkansas 4, UConn 5, St. Mary's 6, Colorado State 7, Murray State 8, San Diego State 9, San Francisco 10, Indiana 11.
Are you able to send me that where you're at so I can share that so it's a visual?
I mean, it's
because I'm looking on this bracket and nothing's up like it's.
It says ESPN. Let me share Messenger here. I'm gonna send it to you here, right here. Hold on. There you go. Check your Messenger.
Oh, here we go. Bubble watch and see bubble picture. Oh, I think I see what you're looking at now. But let me double check here. I'll see what you sent me.
Yeah, I'm looking at basically a bracket as of right now. But again, there's like in the West, the 16 seed TSU, Texas A&M, that hasn't happened yet. That's the play-in game, one of the play-in games.
Okay, let me go to this. I can kind of share this. It's actually a pretty cool website.
Yeah,
I think this.
I use this for quite a bit of stuff. I mean, and they have the ESPN logo on it, but it's not. I don't think it's an actual ESPN website. It's off ESPN.com.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So if you scroll down to the West, so yeah, that's talking about first team in, last team out. So this is the last team in if they make it is Texas A&M, but they have to do a play-in game. Their play-in game is I believe it's either Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember. But right there. So your last four buys, you're looking Miami, Iowa State, Rutgers, Indiana, and then last four in would be Notre Dame, Michigan, Wyoming, Texas A&M. Mm-hmm. So, and then your first four out, next four out. I mean, those are a lot of those teams now because the games were played today. A lot of those teams are out. I don't believe that those teams are still even in contention. I think they're pretty much done, especially SMU because they lost. I'm pretty sure I think this is a little bit inaccurate due to some losses today.
So this is kind of let's see, what is this? 68 team.
Yeah, that's the play-in games right there.
So Notre Dame, Wyoming versus Texas Southern and Texas A&M Commerce.
Well, it's TSU. So it's Texas Southern versus Texas A&M, and then in the 12th spot, it's Notre Dame, Wyoming. I believe I don't know if that's a play-in game, Notre Dame, Wyoming, or if that's a ranking thing that one of them may get bumped over the other. You know what I mean? Because it looks like Notre Dame's going down a slot. So, but yeah, if you keep going down, right there, there's the West right there. So there's the TSU Texas A&M play-in game right there for the 16th slot. Okay. So yeah. So where was I? I was on the 12th slot. So UAB is 12. Where's 13 at? Right there. Vermont is 13. Montana State is 14. So, like I said, that there's still a playing game on that division. I don't think every division has one. There's only 2 playing games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's 2 playing games.
So the playing game there'll be one on the West, and whoever wins that game, God bless them, because they got to go against Gonzaga.
Gonzaga is just they're killing it, man. They always do. They've got an amazing basketball program out there, man.
Yeah, so whoever wins that playing game right there will play Gonzaga. Like I said, and I think I only know of it happening once where there was a playing game, and the very next game they played the number 1 seed and actually beat the number 1 seed. And I think that was when Syracuse was the number 1 seed and they got beat by the play-in team. So
right. Well, and you know what? Anything can happen, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can happen.
It's the tournament. You know, if you play awesome all season long and you are a badass team, and then all of a sudden you have one bad game in this, you're done. Because it's one and done. If you lose, you're done.
Well, so, and honestly, in the tournament, like I may not do my bracket this way, but I kind of always root for the underdogs, man. I kind of always want that 16 seed to just show up and all of a sudden be like, whoa, like where did these people, where did they come from? You know what I mean? I love seeing that kind of stuff, man.
And typically, like when you fill out a bracket, you know, people on that first round don't really pick a high seed to beat a low seed. So when I say a high seed, I mean like a 16 or a 12. When I say a low seed, I mean a 1. But it's actually reversed. A high seed would be a number 1. Low seed would be like a number 12.
Very rarely are you going to see somebody pick a 16 seed to beat a number 1 seed.
Yeah, I mean,
very rarely.
I mean,
and if it happens and somebody picked it, you might have had something to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, your bracket's going to look pretty damn good.
Hell yeah.
At least for that first week, your bracket's going to look good because you're going to have that one up. And like when you're doing your bracket, if this is your first time doing it, you know, you're going to like as the tournament goes, you're going to want to pick some higher seeds to beat lower seeds because not every 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 are going to win their way all the way. I mean, it's happened before, but typically there's
been times where the final game has the top 4 seeds weren't even in it. From any division. You know what I mean? Like I've watched it happen. So I mean anything can happen, man. You can have some low seeds show up and surprise you in the tournament. That's why I love watching it. All right, so let's scroll down. Let's get into the West because the West is where a lot of things are changing right now.
The East or the West?
The East. We just did the West. So let's do the East. Yeah. So Baylor's pretty much got that number 1 spot locked down. I mean, that's absolutely a given. They've been absolutely just killing people. Let's see here. See, this is scroll down just a little bit more because there we go. All right. So number 2 is Auburn. So they're always a good ball team. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how they've been doing this year, but obviously number 2 slot.
And Longwood, I have no idea where that's at. So
I've never even heard of Longwood before, but they come in number 14.
And that's an automatic qualifier based on their tournament their conference tournament that they just had. Yep. So the AQ is automatic qualifiers, meaning since they won their tournament, they automatically qualified in.
Yep.
Because some of these teams, they've lost in the tournament, but their record is still good enough to qualify them for the tournament. So
right. So we got Villanova at number 3, Illinois at 4, LSU just bumped up to 5 with their win today. Alabama 6. We got Ohio State at 7. Where's 8 at? Scroll back up. There you go, right there. Creighton just went up to 8. I think with their win today, North Carolina went down to 9. Scroll back down. There you go. Virginia Tech at 10, Rutgers at 11, and Notre Dame, Wyoming. I believe this is a battle for 12th. I think Notre Dame, Wyoming. I believe in that top part of this page, it was talking about they were the ones that were on the bubble. So one or the other of them will not make the tournament. So it's I'm not sure. I think tomorrow one of them plays, and that's going to decide who ends up getting into the tournament. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
with them.
Notre Dame and Wyoming, they both do play tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah,
from what I
yeah.
saw.
So we'll see what happens tomorrow, and we'll kind of go from there. So then you got Longwood at 14 and Colgate at 15 over there. So who was 16 up? Who was 16 up there? There isn't. Oh yeah, Norfolk State because they won
automatic qualifier because of their attorney.
And Princeton at 13. Awesome.
So that's going to be a pretty good bracket. That's going to be a pretty good bracket to watch or region because you got Baylor, you have North Carolina, you have LSU, you have Alabama, you have the Rutgers, Villanova, which Villanova's won it before. You have Ohio State, Auburn, Virginia Tech, who's won it all before. So that's going to be a tough region right there.
It is. It usually always is too.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard to pick that region as well. I mean, there's some good schools in there that play good ball. So.
Oh yeah. All right.
So San Antonio, the South region's got to offer us.
All right, you go ahead with this one. You do this one.
So number one overall is Arizona. Again, automatic qualifier because they did win their game tonight.
Beat UCLA.
So if UCLA would have won, obviously they would have been up there. But Arizona is the top qualifier, or the top up there. You have that playing game right there for that last spot there. So I guess you get one in the West and one in the South for the play-ins.
Okay.
So the number 2 is way down here. Duke is coming in at number 2. So they are still in there. So Coach K will still get a few more games to coach before he retires.
Yes.
So good to see Duke always in there. They're not as dominant as they once were, but hey, they're still there.
It's gonna be sad to see him go, man. He was a great coach, man.
He's been doing this forever, and on ESPN they've been showing videos of him, like, because and it's a funny story is Coach K personally wrote Michael Jordan a letter when he was in high school saying how much he wanted him to play at Duke, and he was trying to recruit him like his sophomore junior year in high school. And he wrote him Michael Jordan letters over and over and over again. And Michael Jordan said, nope, I'm going to North Carolina. So, he lost out on that. But Coach K, they've been showing videos on ESPN of him, from his very first game all the way to his last game. Cameron Indoor is the house that Coach K built. It is Coach K's house. I'm sure they'll rename it or have his logo or name somewhere on the floor next year to commemorate him retiring. So,
right. Oh, yeah.
So Duke's number 3 or number 2. You go up to the top here, and number 3, where did it go? Right from Tennessee Volunteers. Again, automatic qualifier because of the tournament. So they're always a good team to watch. It's hard to root against. It's hard to pick against them, but I always tend to get them to at least go to the 32. So I always pick them to at least get the first game. But they'll be playing St. Peter's. So yeah, I'm definitely picking them.
In the 14th slot, yeah.
Let's see. Number 4 is Houston. Again, that is the SMU division. So Houston won their tournament. So
I was gonna say, man, I haven't really even heard of Houston. Really, I didn't realize they were ranked up that high.
Well, the Houston coach is the old Oklahoma coach, Kelvin Sampson, and he's got Houston. Houston, ever since that coach has been with Houston, which is a thing like 3 or 4 years, Houston's always been in the tournament. So
right.
So they are number 4. Number 5 is Providence. They've actually gone down a couple spots, but so Providence right now, as it stands, is number 5. Number 6, where we go, we got Boise State. Typically, you don't see them in the big show, but they made it this year. They won their tournament, so they are at number 6. Let's see, number 7. Where'd you go? Yeah, Michigan State. Which again, Michigan State's always a hard team to pick against. They always somehow get in the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8.
Especially when they're playing Davidson.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, who? Wait.
But that could be one of those upsets that, hey, Michigan State could play like crap and Davidson could come out and just roll. So like I said, these brackets are tough to pick because if you make like 2 or 3 wrong picks, granted you pick between 64 games, so you can make up some of your losses. But if you happen to pick that one upset that no one else does, it's going to carry you into the standings with our brackets and give you a good chance to win. But 1 or 2 upsets, if you pick them just right, you're freaking golden. So number 7 got Michigan State again. Number 8 is TCU. So it's good to see another Texas team up there.
Yep.
So I got TCU at number 8. Again, I don't really watch a whole lot of college basketball until it comes down to these tournaments, because then you really see the true team when they're doing these championship tournaments. You see who they are, how they play. So I do watch that, but through the entire season, do I watch it? Very little. So, but TCU looked pretty good this past weekend. Number 9, Seton Hall. Seton Hall always seems to be in there, so good for them. So that'll be a good game. Number 8 and 9 matched up in the first round, so that's going to be a tough pick. Right. Number 10, go to the bottom here. You got Davidson again playing Michigan State. Again, 7 versus a 10. I mean,
they earned their spot. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it works out. You earn your spot, and I don't underestimate anybody in these tournaments. I really don't. I mean, that's why these brackets are so hard, because I sit down and I look at it and I'm going, what if Duke doesn't show up that day? You know what I mean? What if all of a sudden you got Delaware going into the next round? You know what I mean? Who knows? And it could happen.
True. Okay, I just had to look at something real quick. You have Iowa State at number 11. They'll be playing Boise State at number 6. So that, again, will be a tough pick just based on the numbers. Number 12 up top. Nope. Where was it at? There you go. You have Michigan or A&M. They both, I believe. Yeah, A&M plays Tennessee tomorrow, and I forgot who Michigan plays. So that'll determine who's in there. Because both teams are on the bubble right now. Let's see here. 13. Did I miss it somewhere? Oh, yeah. So I guess that could be 12. Or I'm sorry. Chattanooga's 13. So automatic qualifier in. And then 14, you got, where are we at? Number 14. You got St. Peter's, which I've not seen them play, so I don't know what they're all about, but obviously they won their championship tournament.
I was gonna say, again, like, you never know. I mean, you see these teams and you're like, oh, I've never heard of them before, I'm not going to pick them. And the next thing you know, that screws your whole bracket, because the team that they were playing is the team that you had going to the Final Four. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden your bracket is upside down because of that one choice that you made based on not knowing by their name. I've never heard of that team before, I'm not going to, not going to happen. Well, it just depends on who shows up to play on that day.
Exactly. I mean, that could be an upset. I mean, don't take our word saying, whenever we say, hey, that could be an upset, don't say, oh, I'm going to pick them because of an upset. It's just, it could happen. Any of these games could be an upset. So.
Oh, yeah.
You only get one game. You keep going as you win.
That's what sucks. That's why I usually do like multiple brackets with multiple people, so that I have the ability to pick a few times. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But with us, we are only doing one bracket. So
yes, we are doing one bracket. It'll only allow you to do one bracket. So
I mean, I can always change that if you want to do 2. I can change it to 2. But right now it's just set to 1. But I can always adjust it.
No, we set it to 1 for now. That's fine.
And then to round out the South, you got Delaware at number 15. So they'll be playing the
rounding out would be rounding out's the play-in game. We are.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So Delaware's 15, and then the rounded out would be the 16 between Bryant and Wright State, which
and again, they're nobody. You never heard of those schools before, but at the same time.
Well, Wright State, I've been kind of following them because they've been on ESPN these last couple of weeks. Okay. So they are legit, but they're a small school team. They're in a very small division with a bunch of really bad schools. So they're like the top school in that division. But yeah, but they've been highlighting them on ESPN. So who knows? I could pick them, and Brian could come out and whoop their butt. Who knows?
Cool.
So that is the South and San Antonio, and then you got the Midwest, and I'll let you rattle off the Midwest. There, this will be the last one here.
The Midwest. All right. So the Midwest, a lot of the Midwest, I've actually been looking at quite closely because a lot of it's set. Not necessarily set, but there's not a lot of games left in the Midwest that can change a lot. The only games really I think is Texas and Miami. I believe they just went down, but I believe they have an ability to go back up because I believe they both play tomorrow. I'm not sure.
Well, Texas, Texas already lost. They lost to Texas Tech, so they did not win the Big 12 tournament. So they lost because they were a number 1 seed in that tournament and got knocked off.
So in the Midwest, you got Kansas number 1, Kentucky number 2, Wisconsin 3, UCLA comes in at 4. And again, I think most of this is pretty set. Iowa comes in at 5. Texas dropped down to 6 with their loss. USC is 7. Memphis is 8. Marquette is 9. And you've got Loyola Chicago coming in at 10. Again, automatic qualifier. They must have won their tournament to get in. So, number 11, Miami, they dropped down. I believe they lost today as well. So, I think that's part of the reason that they're dropped down. But again, like I said, the selections aren't happening until Sunday. So, anything could happen. I mean, again, there are a few games left tomorrow. So, South Dakota State comes in at 12. Miami, oh no, I did Miami already. Hold on. New Mexico State is 13. Akron comes in at 14. Jacksonville State is 15. And Long Beach State comes in at 16 to round out the Midwest division. Again, I think that division's pretty well set. There's no play-in games. There's no games that can really affect the rankings anymore in that division.
Yeah. And I could actually, and I may try to look at some tickets because I would like to go see Memphis play Marquette, and I would like to go see Kansas play Long Beach. But they always play at weird times during the day, so obviously, I can't trying to save up as much time as I can for the trip. But if those are like night games or whenever I get off of work, I may have to try to see if I can get to Fort Worth to go watch one of those 2 games.
Right.
But we'll find out when the bracket comes out tomorrow what time the games are and all that good stuff. But yeah. That would be awesome to go see a tournament game. Hold on 1 second. But the other thing is, this is a pretty cool stat as well. So this will show you how many schools from each conference there is, and obviously the Big Ten is got a lot. They almost have they have 9 schools in there. As of right now. So the SEC is 7, the Big 12, 6, Big East and Big 12 are both 6 each. ACC's got 5, Mountain West got 4. The American Conference, again, that's got Houston and Memphis.
Yep.
And Pac-12, 3. So that's kind of a cool little breakdown of, the schools in there.
Yep.
But yeah, so again, I did share the link in the chat. So if you do want to play, click on that link. I don't know. I do have an ESPN account. Just, if you don't have one, set up a new account for ESPN. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to make you do that, but, it's not a spam or anything. So,
right. Hell yeah. Like I said, I can't wait to start getting my bracket set up. I want to see what happens. Especially with those playing games. Those playing games are going to be interesting to watch. That TCU Texas A&M game is I want to say that's Tuesday, but that's going to be a good game. It might be Wednesday, but I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday.
Let me see here.
because that should be a good game. It's literally two Texas teams fighting out for that last spot in the tournament, man.
So right now, the Monday game and the Tuesday game, they're both in Dayton, Ohio, and no, I'm sorry, that's Monday. So there's 2 games on Monday. No, hold on. Okay, so there's 2 games on Tuesday and show me Wednesday. Just not going to do it. Oh, so I guess both games are going to be on Tuesday because there's nothing on
Wednesday.
Yeah, so
Okay.
both of the play-in games are on Tuesday.
All right. Well, there you go. That makes sense. There's only 2 games. There's no
Monday, March. Hold on, this thing is all messed up. Hold on. Monday, March 14th. No games.
Yeah, so it's just Tuesday the 2 playing games, and then no games Wednesday, and then the first round starts on Thursday.
But then I click on the Tuesday button, and it says Monday, March 14th games. So they just made it may just be messed up on their end.
Right. It may just be an error.
Because I click on Wednesday, the 16th, and goes, oh, Tuesday, March 15th, and it shows those 2 games. So when the brackets come out tomorrow night, I'll keep an eye on it, and we'll know exactly when those games are. I think just right now, since the teams haven't been picked, they don't have specifics, and they don't have the updated boards and all that good stuff. So we'll get it all figured out tomorrow night for sure.
Yes.
But I'll be watching. I'll be hanging out with Jay for the pre-party, and then also we'll go check out the Drunk Philosophers tomorrow night. So Sunday night will be pretty fun.
Yes. Tomorrow's going to be fun.
Long but fun.
Yeah, long but fun. And I hope your stomach's better tomorrow. Like I said, spontaneous random craziness, bro. It's gonna be the new motto.
So you're possibly planning on doing that for the pre-party tomorrow?
Why not?
Yikes. Now you're doing the pre-party on your other channel, or Pigskin, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For now, there's talks. There's talks of us using this one for a pre-party, but we'll have to talk about that off air.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, man. So I'm looking forward to the tournament. This will be our first one to.
It's gonna be fun. We'll figure it all out. So, but did you want to go ahead and open up the panel?
We definitely could. I mean, I have no qualms with it. So.
Okay.
Got no qualms.
Let me send some links out. I was trying to see.
I do need to use the bathroom real quick, so I will be.
Yeah. Do what you do, bro. I'm just gonna be trying to send some links out real quick.
Something else.
My computer is being very slow, so. Yeah, my cat's being crazy right now. All right.
There we go.
Dear Lord. All right. Let's get some links out here. computer is being super slow. Super slow. Come on. There we go. All right. Come on, computer. There we go. All right, but yeah. So we got those set up really quick. So yeah, if you want to be a part of the March Madness tournament, go ahead and send us an email. Emails in the ticker or in our about section. So we'll get you guys all set up. So it's gonna be really fun. There's a lot of crazy teams and crazy things that are going on right now. So it should be a lot of fun. All right. Oh, come on. Why is this doing that? Technology drives me crazy sometimes, bro.
Of course it does. That's what it's for. That is what it's for. Let's see here. Yeah, that was a good talk. We got a lot of stuff accomplished there.
Yeah, we definitely went a little longer than we wanted to, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. We're drinking, enjoying some beer, and talking and trying to get some stuff taken care of.
Let's see something real quick. Let's see here. Oh, Miss Kathy Bates, drink up, boys.
Oh man. Speaking of which, my beer is gone. That's not good.
Yeah, I just got another one. I'm not drinking like I did last night. No shots, no craziness.
No.
So
I'm
not reliving that again.
I'm probably gonna polish off this 6-pack and call it a night. Last night it was a lot more than that. And the liquor, yeah. See, and that's when I screw up. Like if I just drink liquor, I'm good. Or if I just drink beer, I'm good. When I start mixing and matching and doing this and shots and beers, dude, that's when shit gets sideways.
Let's see here. Yep, and that is 100% correcto.
Right. Oh.
Boop. I heard a boop.
Boop. We have our first guest in the basement.
We do.
Miss Queen Kathy.
I just had to leave my other panel that I was on to come once I got it to say, good job, boys.
Well, thank you.
All right, goodbye.
I love you. I love you.
All right, goodbye.
I love you. Goodbye.
That fast, huh? You're leaving us. Sad faces.
Yeah.
But I saw where you be. I saw where you be.
Yeah.
That's
We were talking to we got another boop. We got another boop.
we got a blue from the Lou.
Bloop bloop.
Oh,
Where'd she go?
She's frozen. I don't see.
Oh,
I see her picture down there. I don't see a movement. Hello. How are you doing, Miss Queen Kathy?
Doing okay.
That's good. That's good.
All right, thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
I missed the breaking news.
What breaking news?
That was just her.
Oh,
You know,
I could tell you, but I'd have to shoot you.
Fair enough. It's not that important. I don't need to know.
He's like, you know what? He's like, I don't want to.
No,
That's just one of those. That's one of the things I want to know, but don't need to know.
I just want to tell you, without no questions, please don't ask. But the keychain dildos are being made. Have been made today.
Awesome.
Nice.
And somebody that we all know has made them today.
Yeah. Awesome. Hell yeah. That's pretty dope. I'm excited about that. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till I get this thing running. Like now that it's sitting here in front of me and it's put together, I'm like, now I just want to use it.
It's tormenting. It's very tormenting, I'm sure.
All right, let's try this one more time.
Now I see movement. There we go. There's some movement.
Hey! What is
What's
up?
up, Mar?
And there we go.
It's just the four of us. But yeah, so what y'all think of a little bit of an extended show compared to yesterday? Crickets.
No, I think it went great. I think it went great, man.
I will say I feel much better tonight than what I did this time last night.
Well, yeah, that's for sure because you haven't taken as many shots as you did.
I started drinking an 8%er, then I started drinking Fireball, then I started drinking a boatload of Dos Equis. I looked at my fridge a minute ago, I was like, wow, I drank a lot because there was a 12-pack and then there's only like 2 or 3 left.
Take a guess what I'm munching on, Lone Star.
Cheese and crackers.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Let me. Yep, still a man.
Well, I don't like to be called ma'am, but you know.
Yeah, she yells at me about that all the time.
I know somebody else complained to somebody one day, and I was like, "Yeah, me too. I don't like it either."
You should have seen me. So the other day, when I ordered the.
Get the fuck away from me, fucker, asshole.
But no,
gotta share a fucking thing with you. Here, take that motherfucker.
I was when I went to Wingstop the other day. I ordered it online, and I walked in there. I said, "I'm here to pick up an order for Chad." Well, she thought I said Jack, and she was looking around all the bags. She's like, "No, nope, your food's on here." I go, "No, when I ordered that, I specifically chose this location because I'm right across the street." She says, "Nope, your order's not here." I said, "You're gonna make me drive all the way home and go check where I ordered it." And she's like, "Yep, I'm sorry, it's not here." And she walked around looking, couldn't find it. And then another lady goes, "You mean Chad?" I go, "Yep, that's me." And the lady brings it to me. She goes, "I thought you said Jack." I said, "Yep, I knew it was here." Like I was being kind of a smart ass. And she kind of looked at me like, "You little fucker," like, because I was being a smart ass. Said, she's like, "Nope, that's not here." And then the lady brings it up and said, "Yep, there it is."
Right.
She's like, "I'm so sorry. I thought you said Jack." And I was like, "No." I said,
Where did she get Jack out of Chad?
Right.
I have no
Fuck
idea.
that shit.
And I was sober when I said it, so there was no slurring involved. So,
Oh man.
like, "Nope, there's no Jack here." I was like, "Well, I'm not a Jack either."
Right. Oh, that's funny.
Message.
Hell, I did fucking text you earlier, but you didn't fucking answer it.
Well, I saw it, but we were talking March Madness stuff. So.
Oh, then don't worry about it then.
And I just responded.
You know, I like sexting with you.
Makes me all kind of wet and tingly inside.
Yeah, wore you out and we went to bed.
Hey, you're the one that slept with me last night, so.
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to send you another one.
Well, I'm on my phone now. Ah!
You having problems over there, buddy?
Maybe.
It wasn't that good.
Oh my goodness.
Waiting.
So how much beer do you guys have left?
I just poured my second.
What's in my cup?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
you guys should chug them.
Yeah, no, that's like 2 beers that I just poured in there. I'd be chugging 2 beers at a time.
I can chug this one because it is, like I said, I just literally poured it. So I could chug this one, and then we could say goodbye for now until tomorrow.
Yeah. Sure. All right. I'm gonna look at this. Like, this is literally 2 beers in this giant stein. So I'm gonna drink as much of it as I can. How about that?
I just hope I don't spit all over my fucking keyboard. But
Yeah, don't do that. That's not good. All right, man.
All right. So on behalf of the Poor Boys, cheers and thank you all for being here. If you're watching on the replay, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment on what you think about the show, so we can then check you out. So cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys. Ooh. Oh man, I drank a lot of that. Holy crap!
Brain freeze. Hello.
Right. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Love you guys. Again, if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, share us out, and check back because a lot of craziness is about to happen. Have a good night, guys.
Be part of the March Madness tournament. The link is in the chat, so you can see it. Click on it and send us an email at the ticker down below, and we'll get you loaded in.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Later.